Okay, so for my final vlog entry, I will be discussing Bartholomew's Song, which is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton and Lowell Frank, and it's set in like this dystopian future, and it explores kind of the monotony of our everyday lives and like our struggle to break free from this society. And so I'm going to take you through like the story of this movie and talk about like the use of repetition, sound, and color, and how the filmmakers use these in order to like convey their message. Also, from the beginning, we notice that there's very little sound in the film. The only sound actually comes from the actions of the characters, such as footsteps and like assembling parts in the assembly line. There's no musical scoring for this. However, this lack of sound changes when Bartholomew finds a music box, and when he turns it on, like this beautiful song like fills the film, I guess, and it kind of changes like his entire life. And this brings us to repetition, which is evident throughout the film. In the beginning, life is very monotonous. It's very like go to work, assemble parts, then come back home, much like our own lives. And the filmmakers throughout the film establish a pattern of shots that are like repeated throughout it. Most notably, when Bartholomew discards defective units, we see him like walk down the hall, cut the unit in half, swipe it into the garbage, wipe the knife on his pants, then set the knife back down on the table. However, after Bartholomew finds the music box, there's a breaking in this pattern. After Bartholomew decides that he wants to share his music with the rest of the world, the shot where he discards like the units or whatever, everything is the same, except we don't see him setting the knife back onto the table. But we think that he does because this pattern has been established. So we're really surprised as an audience when he walks into the next room and stabs the woman who has been giving instructions to the men on the assembly line. So that he can go in and like speak on the microphone and like sing his song to his coworkers. And when this happens, his like coworkers go crazy because there's like a breaking in their pattern. He's quickly taken away and replaced, and everything goes back to normal, except for as like the ending shot is the camera slowly zooming in to one other guy on the assembly line who appreciated Bartholomew's song as the song is playing, and this signifies that creativity can't really be stifled, that we will always want to rebel against the system.